So this is a little utility I threw together as a weekend project I call Repoface, which is basically taking the expressions from VSeeFace and getting them to control the expressions in Repo. So if I just gradually squeeze my eyes shut, let's see. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, it's reading my smiles. If I tilt my head down, I can get it to be sad. Tilting my head up made it trigger angry. If I tilt my head straight, then it goes straight like that. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted some like hands-free control over my expressions. And so what this involves is a bunch of different utilities. I had to get, well, VSeeFace is one of them. VSeeFace is used for the expression capture, and your mileage will depend greatly on how well you can calibrate VSeeFace, which I am not good at. Obviously, developing a good expression calibration in of itself is a really tricky thing to do well. But then VSeeFace is capable of transmitting its data through OSC. So I went into Unity, I got VSeeFace's SDK, pulled it up into a brand new Unity project, and set that thing up, set up a little script to just, you know, to just receive that OSC data. And then with that expression data, I got it to just, I use another framework called dry wet MIDI. So dry wet MIDI is what Repoface uses to send MIDI data over. And then another program called Bohm's MIDI Translator receives that MIDI data. They're just keynotes up and down, and it just takes those and it turns them into keystrokes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 keystrokes, which are used to control the facial expressions. So yeah, it's going from VSeeFace into a little utility I made called Repoface, and that creates MIDI data, which then goes into Bohm's MIDI Translator, which finally sends the hotkeys that Repo reads. I just wanted hands-free, like, expression control. And of course, if I'm talking to the mic like I am right now, I normally tilt my head down to talking to the mic, and I can see that it's making my character unhappy. But then, because I'm smiling, it's capturing the smiling expression, and so it's kind of cool. Is that it's actually getting the facial expressions to translate over into Repo. Now, of course, there are some really irritating things going on, such as the sound that the robot makes every time he pops up and down. I don't know what to do about that. That would probably require a different mod, but you know, hey, like I think it's hey, that's the bleeding edge for you. Yeah, angry face. If I tilt my head up, like angry face. If I just neutral face. No, it's not capturing my neutral face. No. So yeah, there's need for a better calibration there. But, you know, I was in too much of a hurry. Well, actually, no, it's not that I'm in too much of a hurry. I actually tried several calibrations, and I'm just bad at it. Yeah, I think my calibrations are, we'll have to figure something out. I'm obviously no pro at setting up a good calibration. But yeah, in any case, that really is more of a VSeeFace user issue than it is the Repoface thing. The Repoface thing is doing a pretty good job of sending the information over. Although there are some caveats, Repoface has to be in the foreground or it won't send the OSC data. So I've got to figure out what to do about that. Obviously, this thing is a very glitchy project in that, you know, the thing has to be in the foreground or it won't capture, it won't send the MIDI data. So it's like people might be asking, oh, how can I get a copy of this glitchy piece of shit? You know, so you're I just wanted to let mod makers out there know that you know, they could make something which could capture VSeeFace. You know, they could get VSeeFace and maybe get it to pull in the data, and maybe do it without having to send things in a MIDI. I'm just putting this out here for the modding community to let them know that, you know, hey, maybe you could make something which would work with VSeeFace and wouldn't be as hacky as my little prototype. All right, I have to poke the stop recording button. I'm doing this off of several computers, actually. This is crazy. All right.